What's up guys, Slickshot Games here, welcome to CSGO Monday. Today we're going to be talking about the update that happened last week on 4/21. Couple of things have changed. It wasn't a big update, but I just thought I'd talk about a certain aspect of it, which is the maps. So for starters, let me talk about a little cool feature they added on Mirage, a graffiti of op with wings on it, of course referring to Coldzera's epic 4K on Mirage and MLG against Liquid. It was pretty sick. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. But they added pretty cool, like Vandalism on the wall at B, just as an homage to his 4K. And then let's get down to the big controversy, which is what this video is going to be about, the big update, which is Nuke to the active duty group and Inferno to the reserved group. Now this is pretty big. I mean, they're taking one of the most popular maps in the game. It's been here since the beginning. It's played a lot. It's not like it's not popular or anything. It is actually really one of the most popular maps in the game, and they're deciding to put it in the reserved group. Now what this means is that usually if a map is in the reserved groups, pretty much it's not going to see any play in the pro scene at all. Yeah, the typical user can just obviously queue it in if they want. Any of the reserved group maps like Office or Vertigo, Dust 1, all these kind of like Randy hostage maps and some defuse, those only see play in matchmaking, but none of them are ever played in the pro scene. And now they're taking Inferno, one of the most popular maps, and they're putting it in the reserved group. And it's pretty obvious why they did this. They're doing it because they're gonna revamp the map. They're gonna edit it. They're gonna definitely change some things about it. So I'm guessing they're temporarily putting it in there. I guess, and they're replacing it with Nuke. And by replacing, I mean they're pretty much switching them out. From Nuke was in the reserve, now it's in the active, and Inferno is now in the reserved. So they kind of switched spots, you could say. And now that Nuke is in the active duty, as I mentioned, it's going to be played in the pro scene, and the next tournament that's coming up, Nuke will be played in there. Now, here's my problem with it. Nuke is not a balanced map. I feel like there's some issues with it. It needs tweaking, and I think it's a little too much too soon. Nuke is fun and all, but unfortunately it's not balanced, and there's some things that need to be fixed before you just shove it into the pro scene. And now these teams that have been playing Inferno all this time and have set strats and all this stuff now have to start from scratch with the new Nuke. And one of the things that people were saying was that of all the maps to take out and replace it with, why would it be Inferno? It's just speculation that they're going to be tweaking up the map, but it's not guaranteed. Now, let's say Inferno isn't being revamped as we speak. Well, then they did a horrible decision, and people are kind of outraged about it. Why would they do that? Of all the maps, we got Dust 2, Overpass, Train. Now, yes, you're probably saying Dust 2 is one of the most popular maps. Yeah, it is, I know, but in the pro scene, Dust 2 is rarely played, and that's the truth. Dust 2, Overpass, Train, these are maps that pretty much get little to no play in the big tournaments. These are usually the random maps, usually either the third map. They usually don't show up in the best of threes or best of ones for that matter. They're usually vetoed and stuff like that. So we have these three maps that are easily contenders to be switched out. Now, alright, the argument could be, well, Dust 2 is one of the most popular maps. It's been there since the beginning. It's a classic map, so they're probably not going to switch that out. But Overpass and Train are good contenders to switch out, as opposed to switching out Inferno, which is a more played map and is probably, actually is more popular than, Nuke, of course. Now, the thing is that I don't know what they're going to do, but all I know is that Nuke and Inferno. Both, I mean, Inferno is pretty balanced, but Nuke, as I mentioned before, there's some aspects of it that are a bit T-sided. It's just a very weird map, and if you play, you know what I'm talking about. It's really hard to defend the sites as CT, and the fact that the T's have this direct catwalk, it's just really awkward to hold the CT side. So some things can be fixed. It's I could say it's better than the old Nuke, but it still needs some fixing. And I think this is too much too soon, Valve. Tell me what you think below this update. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and comment. Check out tomorrow for Tester Tuesday and Wednesday for GTA San Andreas multiplayer. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.